Maybe I feel like a villain. They say I'm all for one. For clip, but I don't need no medal. I father, so why she should muting these sons? I'm leaving states where they're killing. New season, there's more to come. Take this as part of the pain that I'm bringing. A god of this new world, my time has begun. I'm gonna bring the lead on a death note. Sell games, so our body gonna explode. Kick him in the nuts, turn a falsetto. Now they're giving up, crocodile, how I let go. You ever said so? Coming from the dead zone, striking my opponents, take them down like Nintendo. Like a Richard Murray, not a snake, but I get close. Fuck a Tory and bring him my manifesto. Joker's a cubby, I take you to church. Act like I'm Griffith, I'm making berserk. Freezer, I'm treating these vermin like dirt. Sakuna, you know I'm the king of the curse. Put in the work, I'm evolving like Marians. I'll just to summon my own brothers. Look what I learn, I create new ideas and I mix it together like Show Tucker.
I've been trapped in this cycle. I've been losing my mind. I don't mean to be spiteful, but I'm one of a kind.
Keep it on his side when I'm scheming, yeah. Look him in the eyes when he's bleeding, yeah. I be in disguise when I'm bleeding. Armies and legions facing my demons, yeah. I could never die when I'm peeking, yeah. Let a buddy die, he be screaming, yeah. I gotta decide my allegiance, broken and beaten, facing my demons, yeah. Keep it on his side when I'm scheming, yeah.
I've been trapped in this cycle.
Look him in the eyes when he's bleeding, yeah.
I've been losing my mind.
I could never die when I'm peeking, yeah.
I don't mean to be shy.
Let a buddy die, he be screaming,
But
yeah.
I'm one of a kind.
Wait, but step aside, flee. Your blue cannot exercise me. Stay true when you testify. We rolling through like an extra fine. Please weaponize me. Blaze like Makoto. I call it a rapper. I cover my scars. I'm burning all your fairy tales to the ground. So watch her. I'm literally raising the bar. Monster, Johan, Shinigami. I said death in the eyes. Requiem, Mozart. Don't need a shadow realm. You're gonna die.
Welcome to the Anime Madness Wormhole. I am joined tonight with Kush, the master.
Hello, and Bonito face.
And with the man himself, the pervy sage.
What's good?
So yes, tonight we are doing Naruto. We're delving into the infinite wormhole that comes with Naruto.
It is quite a big one.
So how do you guys want to start this? Talk about random stuff or just jump right into these CBRs?
Okay, I would like to start off by mentioning I wish the Itachi simp Cope was here.
I do have light novels with Itachi on them, but I figured I'd go with the original Team 7, Sakura, Sasuke, and Sakura. Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto. And Sasuke, Boruto, Naruto, and Ishin, right? I can't even remember the dude's name. The dude Naruto fought Baryon mode. From Boruto.
Sorry, I don't even know. Sorry, that sounds about right.
Who is like mouth breathing into their microphone?
It's Kush over there. He's eating it real quick. He got a little hungry.
Not ain't me, buddy. Oh my god. Is that fixed?
Alright, so I guess we'll go into this first CBR here. 10 most violent Naruto fights ranked.
Ooh.
Ranked.
Alright.
Oh boy.
The pain.
Let's see.
Most violent? My thoughts for number one would definitely be the Pain fight. Either Pain versus
Pain
versus Jiraiya or Pain versus Naruto. One of those two has to be number one.
Yeah. Or also Madara versus the Kage.
Madara versus the 5 Kage was just straight disrespectful.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Do you want me to
be
show
fair,
you?
Tsunade was ripped in half.
Well, you have to remember too. He's like, here's 5 wood clones for each of you. Oh, by the way, they can all use full Susanoo too.
Yeah. It's like, bro.
Mans was living.
They did not stand a chance.
Mans was
No,
living
the
off of Black Air Force
disrespect when
energy.
he said not strong enough to fight me, he sets the fuck down and waits on the first.
And then when Hashirama straight disrespected him too.
Oh, Hashirama's fun. I love that. That's one of my favorite scenes out of all Shippuden.
I've been waiting
You
for
wait.
you.
You can wait your turn.
I'll deal with you later.
And it's just, oh.
Yeah.
But there is that one scene.
Puts him on the back burner.
The one, like, probably the most disrespectful part in all of Naruto. It's a tie between two scenes. Madara rushing into 20,000 people and wiping the floor with them. And then him just saying, oh, fuck it, I'll just summon a meteor. Oh, that's not enough? Well, here's a second one.
Here's the second one. No problem.
Yeah, that's pretty up there.
Alright, let's go into
The
this.
top tier Madara moment.
Number 10, Sakura and Lady Chiyo versus Sasori.
No chase. Right for you.
It's a pretty decent fight.
It's not a bad fight, but is it one of the most violent?
I really wouldn't say that much. Like, I mean, it like.
I didn't think it was that
If anything,
violent.
it's more of an emotional fight for like Chio, Grand Chio.
Yeah,
That's about it.
definitely with that.
It's not really all that violent.
I mean,
Like, it's cool.
the worst thing that would have happened is the protege of the best medical ninja would have got some poison in her that she probably would have been able to remove herself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's. How many puppets are used in a fight? Since, what, you have two good
Yeah.
puppet masters.
yeah, well, Chiyo was using Sakura as a puppet. Sasori had his 4 original, and then he had the 100 that he used to take over a nation, and then he had his parents.
Mm.
Well, with that said, going into the next one, we have Orochimaru versus Hiruzen Sarutobi. That one was pretty violent.
Yeah. I'll give him that one.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. He just like rushed into his fucking chest.
I mean,
Chopped up.
Hiruzen gave his life in that fight, and he couldn't even take out Orochimaru. Granted, he was up there in age.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we could see Hiruzen in his prime, because it's always been said that other than Hashirama, Hiruzen was the strongest ninja in the Leaf. Like, the only, like, ever
Yeah.
in the history of the Leaf, the only ninjas that were stronger than Hiruzen were Hashirama and Madara.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I wish we could have
I
seen
mean,
him in his
especially
prime.
given the age during that fight, like, it was.
And then he's still moving pretty quick for an old man.
Yeah, I definitely do think this one deserves to be on the list. And it's probably in a good spot too. Number 9 is not a bad spot for it.
Yeah, that's not a bad spot for it at all.
No.
It's not super violent, but
Now number 8, Sasuke versus Naruto. And when they say the first battle, is this the one? Yes, so this is the first final Valley battle between the two of them when Sasuke leaves.
oh,
This one, I would say the Orochimaru Hiruzen fight was more violent. This one just had a lot more impact.
say it's been a while since I've watched the original Naruto. Is that when Sasuke has his car spark and all that? Like this is
Yeah, this is when
Right
he goes
after-
when he
yeah,
goes
like,
into
this is the
Berk
big
Curse
one.
Word mode,
okay.
and Naruto
Yeah,
goes
that-
into that
that's actually
one tail mode.
that's actually actually yeah, that was a
I said it's a pretty big fight.
it's a big fight for the show. It's definitely
Like it has a huge
eventful fight.
it has a huge impact, but when it comes in terms of violent, yeah, it was pretty violent, but I would say the Orochimaru one was a little more violent because there was death involved in that.
Yeah.
So it's just swap those
But-
two, and so far this list isn't half bad right now.
No. It's honestly this is a good listing for this one too, because it's not super violent for the fact nobody died, but like how angry, how pissed off they were at it while they were fighting.
Yeah. Now this-
That's where the violent bit comes from. But yeah, besides that,
next one was more
good place.
gross than violent. Sasuke versus Orochimaru. That was
Okay.
more gross than violent.
That's pretty fucking disgusting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, if they're including like gross into the violent, because violent stuff can be gross, it normally is, then I have no problem with this one being above the other ones.
You know what I found pretty disrespectful? Giving us multiple 10-10 background stories. Like, can we not do that? Like,
They needed to give her. They needed to try to get her more screen time in the swing.
she's garbage. Like, they disgraced the show by showing us that trash.
Bro.
Just wait, she only appears in filler in Boruto.
I don't know.
Next, this one I believe should be a little higher. Might Guy versus Madara. So this is encompassing before Madara is revealed when he fights Obito, and then when he fights Jubidara as well. This one I have a feeling should be a little higher. This fight was pretty violent.
Yeah.
But it all depends on what they have above it, because we know two fights that are definitely above it.
I was say, to be. So yeah, different. It's personally, but Josh agrees with me. Guy should have died after that fight.
I do as well. So the main reason why Naruto's so low on a lot of my list is because if you look at the beginning of Naruto, you look at OG Naruto, the first part before Shippuden.
Mm-hmm.
It's about an underdog story. And then you get into Shippuden and you find out, oh, he has the, like, even in part 1 Naruto, you find out he has the Nine Tails inside him. Like, okay, he doesn't get the power from it, so it's kind of like a burden.
Yeah,
So
it's a burden, but
it's
in
still like an
Shippuden,
underdog
it's more
story.
like a...
And then you get into Shippuden, you get to the Fourth Ninja War, and you find out, oh, he's the chosen one. He's the reincarnation of Ashura.
To be real, I
Yes,
kind
yes,
of
Like, how can you take a story that was centered around an underdog story, a coming of age story, like work for everything you have to just, oh, you're the reincarnation of Ashura. Here's these godly like powers just handed to you, no training involved.
Bruh.
It disappointed a lot of fans of the series because that's what made.
I think it should have. I think you should have had better training with him.
Yeah,
To be able to unlock.
So to be fair, then
like get
the
more
show
of
have
the
been carried on for like another 200 episodes.
get more of the training with like Jiraiya when he was training with Jiraiya. We got like a flashback here and there. Like, give us the full spectrum of that training. Like Black Clover took it and did it right.
Black Clover's great.
Like they took the aspect of having a strong demon inside of you and did it right when it comes to Asta and Lebe.
Yeah.
And even Jujutsu
I keep
Kaisen.
forgetting that we got the name.
Even Jujutsu Kaisen
With
Yuji and Sukuna. Sukuna is never gonna befriend Yuji. It's basically that character is
What, JJK, the only
Like-
person that truly matters on that show is Gojo.
I'm still wondering. I haven't caught up with the manga yet, so I don't know what the hell. I got a notification for it was chapter 200 something. I got a notification from Viz Media when it came out, and it said Gojo versus Sukuna, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, I heard something about that.
I'm like, what? And then
I was like,
I hear
"Ooh."
things here and there. I haven't seen a full leak on it. I just know it's like, it's
That's what they-
it's
that's what
it's
it's titled.
crazy. Like
I'm quite intrigued.
it's apparently more insane. Like the fight is more insane than anything that's going to be happening in season 2. And it's more insane, like, for what you guys know, it's more insane than Toto and Yuji versus the Special Grade. And when Megumin went up against Sukuna, and when Gojo had the little spout with Sukuna. Like, it's insane, more insane than all those combined.
Fair.
Because nothing in Season 1 is going to stack up to what's coming in Season 2.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard. So I was like, okay, we're gonna get Kush through Season 1 real quick.
Yeah.
Which we got him completely through Season 1. He hasn't watched the movie yet.
Oh, you should have had him watch the movie first. The movie takes place 4 years, or a year before. It's 1 year before the start of the series.
But, you know, figure get him into the show first. And then he just liked the show so much that he just nonstop pretty much watched it. Like, he got done with it in 2 days.
He's going to like Zero then, because, in my opinion, Zero was better than Season 1.
Shit.
And I think we also get Gojo's backstory in Season 2.
That's going to be great.
I think that's hinted in the trailer, the backstory of Gojo. Let's see what's at number 5, though. Okay, Sasuke versus Deidara. This fight was all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't even think I would include it on the list just because of how all over the place it was. Because we would get a tidbit of it there, then go to something else, tidbit of it, then something else, tidbit of it, then something else. I think
it ends off with
when they put it in the anime, I think they tried to keep it together a lot more than what it is in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't read this far in the manga yet.
It's still, if I'm alright, still even in the anime, it's still split up.
Yeah, it definitely is, because I haven't read it in the manga yet, and from what I've heard, like, this fight was, like, not even a chapter. And Naruto came out weekly, so the chapters were between 18 and 22 pages.
Fair. So, I don't remember, like, really too much, like, anything, like, really violent from that fight. Maybe. Only thing really violent was Deidara's big-ass bomb.
The C0.
Yeah.
Where he killed himself. Sasuke never actually defeated any of his opponents. Deidara killed himself.
Danzo killed himself.
Danzo killed himself. Itachi died of a sickness. Died of his illness.
Yep.
He never really beat
Naruto's still living and breathing.
Boruto dealt the final blow to Momoshiki. Naruto dealt the final blow to Ishiki.
I mean, technically speaking, I guess you could say Sasuke, technically, the only person he technically killed was Orochimaru, but yet again, he went and brought him back to that, you know.
Yeah.
Brought him back.
Yeah. Plus, Orochimaru was on his deathbed because he needed a new body.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say he killed a dinosaur. But then again, the dinosaur was brought back with Edo Tensei.
Fair.
They sealed Kaguya.
Yeah.
Zetsu dealt the final blow on Madara.
Zetsu's a fucking player.
This just turned into a roast Sasuke. Kakashi versus Obito. Now, that fight wasn't so much violent, other than being... Let me finish. The fight was emotional and impactful and had the best choreography out of the 720 episodes of Naruto. But the emotional...
You just tell me
emotion...
Kakashi putting a lightning blade through Rin was not...
Okay, that's not part of this fight. Kakashi put in a hole in Rin as part of the backstory. That happened way before the fight. Now,
No, what did you say? What fight? Is that what you
Kakashi
were saying?
Kakashi
versus
versus
Obito during
Oh,
the
never
final
mind.
war.
Okay, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
I got
yeah,
you.
Kakashi puts a hole in Obito in this fight, but it's through his Hashirama cell
I-
portion, so it's just nothing.
Uh,
And it's
Fair,
and that has
but
the
it's still
emotion.
pretty hard to fucking move somebody.
The whole point of that was the emotion and the symbolism that like Kakashi took his heart from him when that happened to Rin. But don't get me wrong, this is a goated fight. This is one of the best fights in the entire series.
I was gonna say, this is a very good fight. Was it violent? Eh.
Was it
Emotional
emotional?
and impactful for the entire show?
Yes.
Yes.
I would have to
Phenomenal
say
fight.
I would have to say this would probably be number 1 for most impactful fight. And then
Yeah.
the second Sasuke versus Naruto at the Final Valley would be number 2.
Yeah.
And then we have number 3, Shikamaru versus Hidan. Yes, this was violent.
That was great.
That is one of my favorite fights. That
It's
is one of my favorite
Shikamaru.
fights.
It's honestly Shikamaru's best part, like best part of the entire show.
Like, Shikamaru is my favorite character in Naruto. And this fight felt so good, especially because of the whole Asuma. And then when he's playing shogi with his dad, and his dad just tells him, "Let it go," and he just breaks down. And then like 3 episodes later, this fight happens.
Shikamaru's last words to Hidan. Still the coolest things ever.
Now here's the question: is
I
Hidan still
forgot.
alive?
What was it?
Is Hidan still alive in that pit?
Honestly, I believe he is because, he technically doesn't. He's immortal. I mean,
See, that's what hasn't been explained with the immortality power that he has. Does it cover starvation? Does it cover suffocation? We don't know. If it doesn't cover those, he's dead.
I mean, to be fair, it could be A. That could be the thing. Or B, it could be a whole, curse thing. And where
Yeah.
his immortality is physically immortality, and he's just stuck down there.
Yeah. The thing is, we don't know. Kishimoto has never gone
Yeah.
back to it, and he never will go back to it, probably.
Unless he wants to bring up the whole, heat on.
He already
And,
did.
I don't really watch Boruto. I'm going to start soon.
Yeah, it's in
After One Piece at some
Boruto.
point.
It is canon. It's just not from the main manga. It's from a
Okay.
It's from a Hidan series. You'll know when you get to it because it'll be Might Guy, Kakashi, and Asuma's daughter, Mirai, going off to hot spring locations. It'll feel
Okay.
filler, but it actually gives Mirai a lot of character growth. It helps her come to terms with never meeting her father and stuff like that.
Which is quite sad.
Yeah, because she hears all
Because
this.
also it was horrible ago.
The main turmoil that she has, especially in this arc, is she gets compared to, and her father gets talked about all the time. And she feels like that she's not good enough, so she overdoes herself and overworks herself, and it takes Kakashi and Guy to try to the whole point of the mission was to find a Jashin sect for her to try to relax a little bit while they go to all these different hot springs, and for them to teach her that it's okay to be compared to him. It's gonna happen. Naruto was compared to Minato. Boruto definitely was compared to Naruto. When your parent is an outstanding shinobi like Asuma was, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah. That is true.
And it's really great when it comes to her character development. They did recently convert the light novel into a manga, It's not in a Takuban form yet, but it is on the Shueisha app, the Shonen Jump app.
Okay.
Or if you use a computer, it's the Viz Media website. Because on the computer, both the Viz and Shonen Jump app are together, but they're separate on the phone. Never understood it. And we are having technical difficulties. We've just disconnected.
I just see it. Like I just see you're frozen on my screen.
So say hi to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the background. Welcome to what happens when stuff freezes.
Oh, my computer's been giving me issues all week.
Time for one.
Now I gotta take it down to Best Buy and get it like cleaned out and stuff like that. Well, let's hope we can get reconnected, or else this is gonna become a YouTube exclusive, and Twitch won't see it, and they'll just have to watch it on YouTube. Because there's nothing wrong with the recording.
Right, it's all just the thing.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't know why my computer is killing itself today.
So that way, hopefully, it doesn't do it tomorrow.
Hopefully. Yeah, we're still waiting for the reconnection. Yeah, we're completely offline on Twitch now. Oof. Whoa. Are we reconnected? Yes, we're back.
Alright.
Alright. Well, Twitch is still being Twitch, but on OBS it says we're good. We're connected. I might have to refresh my Twitch. That's probably why. Still need to figure out why the chat boxes doesn't work when I try to put like a chat box on OBS. Why it doesn't come up. Or like my goal bar. Like I can't even put the goal bar on. I don't know why. Alright. Alright.
Yep, looks like we're
Yep, I called this being 1 or 2. Jiraiya versus the Six Paths of Pains. This one, I already know what's going to be number 1. It's going to be Naruto versus Pain. But honestly, I would put this one at number 1 because of how much more gruesome Jiraiya was compared to like Hinata was off-screened. Like she was behind a rock.
Yeah. And Jiraiya
was
physically
like,
impaled.
Don't forget his throat was imploded too.
Yep. Like he was completely jacked up.
Yeah, and he had to burn the back of the old frog.
Mm-hmm. To get his message through.
PETA don't like that scene. But yeah, I don't disagree with... I mean, I do kind of disagree with the placement, but I also don't. Because like I said, both those fights are... You can mix and match them.
Yeah. So this one just hit a lot more first watcher. Like, fuck.
Bro, I was crying my eyes out during that. Especially, like, the 2 points where I cried in Naruto were the Asuma scream and Jiraiya right after he said, "The tale of Naruto Uzumaki." That has a nice ring to it.
Bro.
And number 1 is actually Naruto versus Sasuke, the final showdown.
Right back, I'm going outside.
Whew.
Which, I mean, if they're putting this one at number 1, then the Jiraiya fight is definitely number 1.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, speaking of violence,
So,
I've been reading another. I'm roughly halfway through it. I'm about to finish the second period, which is the second volume, but they didn't release them in individual. It's a 4-in-1 in America. But I've already watched the show, and I can tell you for a fact that the manga is way more gruesome and violent than the show was. It's still great because I don't remember exactly what happened. Like, I know the gist of the story, and I know a lot of stuff, like a lot of major events, but how they went about, I don't remember, so it's cool rereading this.
Oh, that's a big old book.
Yeah, it's big. It's the funny thing is it's still, I think it's smaller than, it's thickness wise, it's smaller than like the leatherbacks I have, the Berserk and Hellsing.
Okay.
Page wise, it's not. This has about roughly 800, 900 pages. The Berserk ones are closer to 1,000. But give me 1 second. Gonna use this break screen for the first time on the Wormhole. Let me grab one that I know for a fact is bigger.
Insert PG-13 joke here.
All right.
Oh man.
So this is the Death Note all-in-one edition.
Oh, this ain't gonna be bigger though.
See, the last chapter starts on page almost 3,000.
Holy shit!
This is how thick this thing is.
I'm just currently waiting for it to be done with the. Oh, there it is.
And
Oh,
I didn't have this was the only version of Death Note I had when I read it. I didn't have the box set with the single volumes, all 12 of them, and I still only have one volume of the Black Edition. So this is how I read Death Note, was this behemoth. Like, look at it next to another. Another's the one with the tassel.
Right.
And for retrospect, give me 1 second.
Page
I'll go
has
grab
some
a
tassel.
Berserk.
Oh no! Fucker's big.
I didn't even use the break screen that time. So this is the thickness of Berserk. Next to another. Now, like I said, another is definitely thicker. But it's less pages. And then this is Berserk. Next to that. Well, granted, this is the whole series of Death Note, so comparing it to another one is a lot easier because the another is the full series. Compared to the Berserk really isn't fair because it's only 3 out of the 41 volumes that are out of Berserk. But it's got this nice box that it goes into with Ryuk on one side and the front. And then Light, L, and Nier, and Mellow on this part. That's definitely the biggest book in my collection.
I'd say that's.
Because even like my Junji Ito hardcovers that are massive don't even compare. Moving on, I saw these two on the side, and I was like, oh, we definitely got to go over them. Especially because one is 15 best One Piece manga panels.
Oof.
Yeah, we should go over that.
One of them is definitely going to be to walk to Arlong Park. One of them is definitely going to be them standing on the rooftop at Eni's lobby. One is going to be the leaving Alabasta with their hands in the air.
Yep.
That's still, to this day, that is my favorite panel.
Shit.
I've read...
Then their hands up, put the X's on it.
Yeah. I've read all 1,086 chapters that are out. And that is still my favorite panel to this day. A panel from 2002.
Respect.
And don't get me wrong, my number 2 panel is the one from Eni's lobby.
Nice. I haven't seen the panel, but I can tell you what my favorite will be right now. It's the punch to the top of Kaido's fucking head by Luffy.
I can't remember what the panel looked like, but I'm pretty sure without the colors, it doesn't look as good.
Man, I had very high expectations for that.
So there might possibly be spoilers in this. I'll make sure to skip those because it was updated 4 days ago.
What?
So Luffy's first Gum Gum pistol is number 15. So when he punches the Lord of the Coast.
Fair.
Also, Kush, did you watch the live action trailer?
I did see the trailer. Yeah, sorry.
How do you feel about no swirly brow and no long nose?
God, dude. I almost cried inside.
Now Oda made those decisions himself. Everything that needed to be approved went through Oda. Oda was the one who picked the cast.
Fair.
And how do you feel about Buggy's new design?
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I died when I seen it.
I think it's good. I think it's amazing because if you go back to those chapters of go back to Orangetown when Buggy's first introduced, he's meant to come across as this menacing clown of a pirate. Like it wasn't until after
Buggy couldn't be menacing.
I mean, you figure the people in the area. He has the chop fruit. He made Zoro get down on a knee. And he had a cannon that could take out an entire town with one shot. Buggy was a menace. After Luffy beat him, that's when he turned goofy. So having that character design for Buggy, making him look that like creepy, works perfectly.
Hey, it was definitely cool how they designed him.
Oh yeah, and I mean if you look at go back to when Buggy's first shown, he looks like that. Is it slightly goofier because that's how Oda drew it goofy? Like Oda's drawing style is goofy on purpose. So when he makes someone look menacing, they're either a Kaido menacing or they're a goofy menacing. And Buggy fell into that goofy menacing because that was still early One Piece. Number 14. Oh yeah. This scene hurt. I've cried more to One Piece than I have any other anime. This scene where Nami asked for help.
Oh.
That hurt. That especially it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't her asking for help. It was her stabbing herself and screaming. Is where I started to break down, and then she stops. She turns. She asks Luffy for help, and then what really drove it home was Luffy putting the hat on her head and her remembering Luffy saying, "Don't touch my hat. It's my treasure." That's where it really hit home.
Say it. Autolock Park. Great.
Oh, it's the best arc in the East Blue.
Oh, that. Great. Skypiea.
That's not East Blue.
It's good. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, arcs in general.
Ooh, Luffy protects Dr. Hiruluk's flag. That's a good one. Now,
So that's what
that's Drum Island.
Chopper and stuff.
Yep. So before Robin's backstory gets revealed, and before another backstory at Whole Cake, this was definitely the most the saddest backstory. Now, is Brooks sad? Yes, but I still thought Robin's was a little sadder because Robin was persecuted as a child.
Yeah.
So
Because of her island wanting to know history.
then there's one that ties with Robin's, but I can't say it because Sage isn't there. He's still got like 400 episodes till he hits this part.
Hey, I'm working on it.
You're at Marineford now, right?
Oh yeah, I'm working my way through right now.
Nice. Did Luffy show up to Marineford yet?
Luffy's there.
What do you think about Luffy's interaction with Whitebeard?
Oh, it's been great so far.
Did Crocodile attack
Huh?
Whitebeard?
Yeah.
Luffy blocking it?
How far along are you?
Yep. And then Crocodile's kind of helping.
This is why
Whitebeard.
Crocodile was a foil. This is why Crocodile was a foil character.
Okay.
Because he's Luffy's mom.
Has Jinbei thrown Luffy yet?
Yes.
He's seen Jinbei throw Luffy.
Yeah.
I have a
Kush, when Kush was up here,
I
he was
have
looking with me.
I have a feeling that panel's
Is that
gonna
the
be in
further
here.
set you were at? If that's the last thing you seen, say, then he's pretty much right there. Like, use next episode. Type
Well,
shit.
Chase, I watched a couple episodes without you.
Okay, then where you at?
Last thing I seen was Garpa block, I believe an attack from Whitebeard.
Never mind, you haven't seen Donut Boy yet.
But I think that panel's gonna be in here. The one where Luffy's holding the mast in front of the three admirals.
And, dude, you know what panel I want to see?
Moving on to number 12.
You know the panel.
There it
I see
is.
the
The
Donut
Straw
Boy
Hats
panel.
raised their X's. I knew that
That was
was
a
gonna be on
great
here.
shot.
I had a sticker of this on my Cobalt.
Dude, tell me how do we always get off topic, and it's always to One Piece. Every time.
So this was
Well,
just
One
because
Piece
it
is
was
topic right now.
in the trending now side. But the next one kind of won't be off topic because it's 10 anime villains who's proved they're heroes right in the end. So I have a feeling Madara and Obito might be one of those two might be on it.
Oh, 100%. Or,
Kaguya won't be.
no, Kaguya
Pain
won't.
might be. Pain is probably the one that will be.
Nagato.
Yeah,
Hey, Nagato.
he's probably the one that will be. But this is, like I said, this is my favorite panel in the entire series.
Which is fair.
Number
That whole
11.
setup.
Oh, this one where Luffy has a Shanks moment, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, not kind of. He definitely has it. Like in his eyes, he sees himself doing the same thing Shanks did when the Mountain Bandits came in.
Okay. Yeah.
This panel itself, I don't think is that great. From Jaya, from this occurrence, the panel I think is best is the one where Nami says, "What is wrong with you guys?" And then the next panel is Luffy and Zoro bloodied up, and Luffy says in the text box, "It wasn't worth the fight." Or no, the one where he says, "Zoro, don't fight."
Yeah.
That's definitely a better one than this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was about to make a comment on this one too. Blackbeard's first appearance. People's dreams don't ever end. This was a full double-page spread.
There.
Someone's moving a table.
So either a table or a fire truck, one or two.
But yeah, this is another one. This is another great panel from Jaya. So, Sage, did you know that this was Blackbeard? Or did you have a feeling it was Blackbeard?
Where it was Mr. Teach.
Yeah, because we didn't get his name at all.
No, we didn't get the name Blackbeard or anything like that. The only way I got told, like I found out that was Blackbeard, was Josh was like, "Hey, that's Blackbeard." I was like, "Oh, so the guy from Jump Force?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, so Josh
Like, oh,
kind of
okay.
spoiled you.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it, I was like, Because I knew Oda that based characters off of real life pirates, and I was like, if anyone, and I heard people say Blackbeard and talk about Blackbeard in One Piece before I got into it, and I was waiting for Blackbeard to show up, and then this scene happens and all this, and the fact that he had the opposite taste of Luffy, with he loved the cherry pie, Luffy hated it. Luffy loved the juice, Blackbeard hated it, or No Name hated it at the time. I was like, if anyone is going to be the Blackbeard story, this guy fits the mold, especially when they're walking away and Luffy and Zoro's like, not him, they.
Fair.
Now I want to know,
Yeah.
what do you think Zoro and Luffy meant with that statement?
Hey, hold on. I want to know something. Who's down for F1?
You kind of Megatron.
Kush?
Kush?
What?
You Megatron. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, who's down for F1?
Bro.
But what did you think, Sage, when he said, it's not him, it's them? Did you think he just meant the rest of the crew that showed up behind Blackbeard, like Van Augur and all them? Van Augur, Doc Q, Lafitte.
Could be.
Could be. I want
Or I have a...
keep that question in your head, and I want to hear another answer when you finish Marineford.
Okay.
Number 9, Luffy rings the bell in Skypiea. Yeah. That's a good one. I hope another panel from Skypiea is on here. It's the celebration fire. Now, have you seen just a single panel of that, Sage? Or
I
no?
don't think so.
Okay.
Homeboy don't read the manga.
Now, this panel was Oda's favorite panel to draw. And Kush might have an idea why that was. But Oda said, this is my favorite panel to draw. I was waiting this entire arc to draw this panel. And... oh, God. There's a couple spoilers, but I'm trying to find a good one. Here we go.
What panel was it?
This one right here. Right where Luffy right here.
I'm not on this stream, bro. I'm down on my phone.
Oh, I know you're not. Sage can see it, though. But this isn't too much of a spoiler because you don't really know what the meaning is behind it.
Honestly, no, picture ain't gonna spoil.
But you have the Luffy in the celebration, and then you have this person here. This just shows how good of foreshadowing Oda was. Like, there was a cover page in chapter, like, 400 something, so, like, Impel Down, that had the... Chase will know what... or Kush will know what this is, but it had, in the cover page for a Skypiea chapter, it had the Kozuki clan emblem on the cover page.
Okay.
Back in, like, freaking Thriller Bark Marineford, it had freaking Kozuki, like, hold on.
Did it say okay.
I'll let you know what chapter it is. Oh, that's a 101. Where is it?
Jay.
Oh,
Why can't I find it? Oh, I'll figure out what it is and I'll let you know what chapter it is. Just like, but yeah, it was like somewhere. It was pre-time skip the chapter, I believe. Number 8.
Sure.
The Straw Hats confront CP9. This was a couple pages before Luffy told Usopp to shoot down the flag. This was a good one too.
Still a great scene.
Oh, and you watched in dub, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when Robin screamed, "I want to live"?
Sorry, it was great.
Every time that scene
It
comes
was
on
quite-
and I hear her yell, "I want to live, take me with you," I start tearing up.
I was just said it is quite an emotional part.
Mm-hmm.
Like my thoughts upon of like CP9, the whole thing with Run, was they took Nami stuff with Arlong Park and just cranked that shit up to a 10.
Yeah, that's
Like they just
exactly.
made it 10 times more middle, 10
Like,
times more action,
that-
10 times more this.
That is exactly correct. They took the Nami storyline, made it more intense, more violent, and more impactful. Because you figure if Luffy didn't succeed here, he'd have no way of being the Pirate King because he'd have no one to read the poneglyphs.
Nope. And you're honestly correct.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know.
Because Ronkin is the only one that can read them.
Well,
I mean, it's
where you are, yes.
Well,
Where Kush is,
where I'm at, yes.
Where Kush is, there's one other person, but she doesn't have the ability to read it just yet. Where I'm at, there's like 6 more people.
Bro, what the fuck? So where you're at is another goddamn book.
Kush, you'll be meeting one soon. You'll be meeting another one soon.
Oh my god.
Now,
So it's literally just a book now. It's not even anything important. It's like, oh, okay.
no,
okay,
it's still
cool.
big. It's still big.
Here's the fucking book.
It's still big because there's going to be one who definitely can by the end of Wano, and one who will be learning to at the end of Wano. So that's 2
Do
more.
I actually know who the person is? Like, do I know that they are learning that, or is that like just something?
It's
that
speculated in the fan base. It's like a theory kind of, because you'll meet a certain someone who taught a character you're about to meet in the new dub drop how to read the poneglyphs, because you'll find out in the new dub drop that it was actually a tradition passed down in this family line. So that can only
We're
imply.
talking about fucking Odin.
Yes.
Oh my god. I don't remember her name, but you're talking about the little ass kid.
Momonosuke.
Momo?
Yeah, it's speculated that he is learning.
Now,
Now,
seriously?
I can't tell you who he's learning from because that is a huge spoiler, and it was a huge reveal. So I'm not going to tell you that.
No, yeah, I don't want to know that. But Momo's going to read the Poneglyph. That's fucking nuts.
Possibly. We don't know for sure. But with that implicated, that
But yeah,
gives
but
us...
it's a chance because it's passed down from generations then, which actually made sense for him to learn it.
And technically, I could put the total up to 5 because you could say Hiyori is going to learn how to read them as well now.
Hiyori.
But, so technically 5 at the end of Wano. And then we're told about 2 other people. We don't get their names. One of them is just speculated that they can read them. We don't get any indications of them. Another one they know can read them, and he's known as the man marked by flames. That's all we know about him.
Fair.
So where I'm at, there's 7 people who can / possibly can / in the future can read poneglyphs. So it's still pretty rare when you think about how many people are trying to get the poneglyphs.
Yeah, realistically, it's a handful.
And if you figure Oda said if Blackbeard, like, if Robin was in the real world, she would be an archaeologist. Makes sense. She's the archaeologist for the Straw Hats. If Blackbeard was in the real world, he would also be an archaeologist. So that makes you think, how is he able to read the poneglyphs? So that puts another person on the table because it's not stated whether he goes to the man marked by flames, he goes to this other person, we don't know. There's so many theories about the man marked by flames too. Some people think it's Dragon. Because of his tattoo.
What kind of makes sense?
Some people think it's another character, which I'm not saying.
It's Ace.
Some people think it's Aokiji. Kush would know why the Aokiji won.
Yes, sir.
But the biggest one right now is the character that I'm not naming. And Dragon.
Stuff like, I was gonna say it's definitely Dragon Blue.
Next panel is Luffy final stand against Rob Lucci. Now this panel kind of got outshined, and that's because of a new panel that I'm not going to really talk about. But this panel did kind of get outshined by a newer chapter.
Made me feel that's kind of expected, but beside the fact.
So, semi-spoiler for y'all. I'm not going to give these people's names to you, but we do learn all 5 Gorosei members' names. And I think that panel should be on here. But who knows if it will be. This is kind of an overrated panel, though. Give me the panel where Luffy's doing that final Gatling, the final jet Gatling on Lucci.
Oh my god.
Give me that panel over this one. But this is a good I'm still standing moment, though. Oh no, this is gonna make me cry.
They're coming at Zach now.
It's been resurfacing. It's been resurfacing on TikTok, this scene from the anime. And I've been scrolling on it so many times. So many people have been posting it. I don't know why it's resurfacing. Maybe because of the live action and we're going to see the Mary again. But
Is it the goodbye going Mary?
yeah, it's the Going Mary's tragic goodbye. Oh, that hurt. This is another moment that is like, it's an instant cry when I see it. Like, I'm okay. I'm kind of like how Usopp is in that scene. He's okay, and then the Mary starts talking.
And then he just...
And that's when Usopp loses it, and that's when I lose it. Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
and this is also remember all of their reactions too. Usopp was strong until the Mary talked. Nami was slight crying and then started weeping. Chopper was weeping the whole time. Frankie was weeping the whole time. Luffy started crying when he was having the conversation with the Mary. Sanji had his head tilted. He did shed tears, just not really viewable. And then Zoro was straight faced because he's the cool-headed member. And then
He's the
Robin's the mom of the crew, so she's gonna be strong for everybody. In this moment, Zoro was kind of like the dad of the crew because Frankie wasn't on the crew when this happened.
This was all beforehand.
Yeah, it was before Frankie joined. And then when so Zoro was kind of like the dad before Frankie joined. Then Frankie joined and Frankie became the dad.
Yep.
But now Frankie is the pervy grandma.
Say, pervy grandma.
Or pervy uncle. It was one of the two. I think there was a translation mix-up. There was a translation mix-up because Oda said it in an SBS. He's like, now that Jinbei's on the crew, Jinbei is now the dad. Robin's the mom, of course, still. And it was a translation mix-up where it was first translated as Frankie was the pervy grandma, and then it got fixed that he's the pervy uncle.
So, what does that make Brooke? Just the musician?
Brooke is the pervy grandpa. That's how he was from the moment he stepped foot on that boat as part of the crew.
I love Brooke.
No. I had to immediately scroll up. Sage, look away from your screen until I tell you it's safe.
Looking up at my ceiling right now.
Right. I'm gonna scroll past it because it deals with a certain admiral. All right.
Is it Okichi?
Nope. It's Sakazuki. Kush should know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
Don't look at your screen yet.
Oh, trust me, I ain't looking. I will say, I cannot wait to see how Rainford Lake wraps up. Like, I'm not saying I want it to wrap up fastly.
So it is the best.
I just can't wait to see it.
It's the best arc pre-time skip.
That's all I've heard from everybody who's watched One Piece fully. It's just Rainford is top tier.
Yeah, the top three arcs, the top three arcs in all of One Piece, where I'm at, is, and this is my opinion, Arlong Park,
Okay.
Whole Cake Island,
Whole Cake sucks.
Rainford. The reason Whole Cake is up there is because of the emotional impact it has. Now,
I can't find a PG-13 way to tell you why I don't like it. So,
Marineford, though, might get knocked to number 4 because Egghead, the new manga arc, is insane. Because, like, we're getting Reverie stuff, we're getting lore stuff, we're getting all this stuff dumped on us because it's the first arc. Yeah, it's the first arc of the final saga. So we're getting all this stuff, and it's just, oh my god.
The final saga.
Yeah. One Piece is projected to end in 5 years in the manga. With the way the anime is going right now. With the way the anime is going right now, it looks like it'll be about six or 7 years, and the anime will be done.
Damn it! This is too good. It's too good, Dan.
But number 4 is the introduction of Wano Country, chapter 909, the very first chapter of Wano. When we get the very first shot of the flower capital. You're good to look at your screen now, by the way.
Okay.
I'll just say it was a Marineford spoiler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And a pretty hefty one.
So there's one thing that got spoiled to me, but it just like I said makes me hyped to watch more. Is I see certain red hair shows up, and I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
wait to see him.
This moment was before red hair shows up. This moment that the panel was before red hair showed up.
Oh, so pretty much. Oh, I'm coming up to that panel.
You're gonna probably see that panel in like 15 episodes.
It's done up, boy.
Like, let me check something on Crunchyroll real quick.
Yeah, I think I'm on like. Fuck, I can't remember what episode I'm on.
Bro, Hell's Paradise was nutty today.
So I liked what episodes I've watched of Hell's Paradise. Haven't kept up with it. It is One Piece.
Honestly,
Yeah,
all I can
I
say
want to have it be kept up.
is screw dub sub argument. Just straight watch through the sub because oh my god, the shit that happened, especially in this most recent episode. And then Tengoku Daimyukyo, Heaven's Delusion, the one I mentioned in the chat earlier today. I don't know what dub episode they're on, but the final episode of the season in sub came out today. I can't even put it in the words. Like I said, I can't even put it in the words. It's without a doubt the best anime of the spring season. Like it's better than my love story with Yamada at level 999. It's better than Hell's Paradise.
I'd say something.
What else was this season? Shit. It was better than Dr. Stone. It was better than Opus Color. Better than Ranking of Kings. It was honestly better than the Black Clover movie. Mashal.
I'd say something.
Mashal. I can't say it's better than Mashal because Mashal is meant to be funny, and Mashal is funny as hell. Birdie Wing is the golf one that was really freaking good. It's hard to say it was better than that, but it was. It was better than 2Q Crisis. It was better than Rokudo Bad Girls. It was better than My One Hit Kill Sister. It was better than Oshinoko. It was better than Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. It was honestly better than... Now, the animation of Demon Slayer was good, but the aspect in the story was better in Tengoku. So it was better than Demon Slayer, better than My Home Hero, and like half of those are ones that I gave like an 8 to 10 rating when I finished them.
Mm-hmm. It's on like fair. You're saying it's that good, then I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm. And the top two, like on Mal and on all the other rating sites, the top two anime of the spring season were Oshinoko and Tengoku per ratings, and neither of them were Crunchyroll. Tengoku is a Disney, which is why it's on Hulu, and Oshinoko is on High Dive. All right, let's see. Is Ace still on the tower? Have you
is Ace still up on the
execution
is he still up on
platform?
the yeah.
Okay.
Yep, him, their grandfather, and the other dudes up there with him. Still, like,
has
Garp.
Whitebeard been stabbed by his own crewmate?
yeah.
Okay, so that's
That's
episode,
done, done.
that's episode 472. That's Akainu's plot, Whitebeard Entrapped. Have you seen the flashback with Garp and young Luffy?
I can't remember. I think.
Okay, because there's two
In
episodes.
Marineford?
There's two episodes. One with Garp with gray hair, and one with Garp with black hair.
When he's younger. So because I've seen one already, but it was like before Marineford. It was like pretty much.
Yeah, that's not what it's talking
Yeah,
Or introduction.
these two
Yeah, I know.
happen in the middle of Marineford. Like, one happens right
Okay.
before Ace is freed from the execution platform, and one happens an episode before Ace is freed. The other one happens 4 episodes before Ace is freed.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have not then. Just I think I'm coming up to it.
Episode 483 is what episode that panel was from.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Then episode 485, I think.
So I think I'm at like 475 is like the last I
No.
remember.
Okay,
I
episode 486 is after that episode's done. That's when I want you to come back to that question I had about Blackbeard for you, about what he meant by it's them.
Okay. So
And that's
I
all
should definitely
before
be able to
that's all
answer
before
that. Come on.
Shanks shows up.
Oh.
Oh, are you kidding me? They put it all the way back here? I don't remember this episode 492. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this episode.
Oh no, my controller, shut the fuck. No way.
That's 492 was the Tortico crossover.
Fair.
No, that's so weird.
So what episode is it? That's the is that whether it's the Dragon Ball crossover?
I think that's that one, the
I don't even know the
492.
real shit. Is it?
Yeah. I have to look it up,
Oh, that's a little...
because if that's the one, then I need to watch this after the stream. Moving on to panel number 3. Oh, that's a skip. Oh, not really. Kush hasn't even seen this moment yet.
Which one, dude?
Roger laughing.
Oh.
It's literally just a full page spread of Roger's laugh.
Fair enough.
Panel number 2, I gotta skip. And panel number 1, I gotta skip. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, we're not gonna look at, because number 1 is let's just say Gear 5th. Number 2 is Kaido's hybrid form revealed.
Cool.
Yeah. Great panels, though. Very good panels.
Right.
10 anime villains who proved their heroes right in the end. Number 10, Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Unfair.
Yeah.
So I think the whole proving the heroes right was Goku was saying, my son is enough to take you out. And Cell was just the overconfident who thought he would win easily.
Yeah.
And he got taken out by Gohan, and Goku was proved right.
So yeah,
And apparently the One Piece live action has had a bigger budget than Game of Thrones.
fair enough. So they got a nice chunk of change. I just got a nice chunk of change to work with it. That's why.
Number 9 is Crocodile.
Okay.
That's biggest crocodile got pretty much sold, but reviews.
So I
Reviews
think
pretty much outsmarted him.
not that I think the out because is this who proved. So I think what got proven with Crocodile's defeat was the fact that Alabasta wouldn't turn into a hellscape, and once it was revealed that Crocodile was behind everything, the whole war would stop. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Dio from Phantom Bloods, the first part of JoJo's.
So I'll be honest, I haven't really watched much of JoJo.
I've not seen JoJo.
So
Because she might like it.
Dio claimed that he only acted the way he did because of his dad's cruelty.
Fair.
So
he's pretty much blaming his dad for everything wrong. Right?
Dio straight up.
I'm actually
Speedwagon.
gonna have to.
So Dio's dad was pretty bad, and Dio ended up killing his dad, and then he got adopted by George Joestar's dad, and became the first JoJo's brother. But then Speedwagon.
So, Han, I'm gonna cut you off there for a second, man. I'm gonna have to call it early on this one.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, bro. I'm all good. I really don't. But I actually do got something I need to. So.
Alright.
Okay, man. My bad about that again.
All good.
But alright.
Speedwagon basically said.
Fair.
Speedwagon basically didn't believe him, and just was making up excuses for him being evil, and Dio straight up agreed.
Fair. So yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And
Next one, Beastars. I never watched it, so we're just gonna skip this one.
I was gonna say, yeah, neither have I.
Aizen from Bleach.
The only thing I know of Aizen is he's a menace.
He is. Now,
He's a menace to society.
Someone
That's the only
pulls,
thing I know from him.
so Aizen has a line. It's gonna come up in the 1,000-Year Blood War. It's Yokoso, Soul Society. Welcome to my Soul Society. Is what he says. He says it to the main villain, because this is why he was a contender for foil as well. I think he was in the foil bracket.
So I can't remember. I think he might have.
Yeah. But he says, welcome to my Soul Society. And in the newest episode of Hell's Paradise, we have a moment that's just like that. Okay, this is when he kept saying that he was stronger than Ichigo, and Ichigo was just a fake who stole powers. And Ichigo's just like, when you get, like, because Ichigo's powers were so much higher than Aizen's that Aizen couldn't sense it.
And Ichigo just slapped him real quick, and Aizen's like, oh.
Yeah, you had, like, the moment where Aizen's like, it's funny how my blade swings are shattering mountains in the distance, and Ichigo's like, nah, fam, those are my strikes that are doing that. And Aizen's like, what are you talking about? You're just a man with stolen powers. A human with stolen powers. And then he does a full incantation, Kurohitsugi, or Hado 99, Black Coffin. Or Hado 90, Black Coffin. Hado 99 is the five serpent head dragon. And Ichigo breaks out of the Hado 90, a full incantation Hado 90, so it's the most powerful Hado 90 we've ever seen, with just his hand.
Bruh.
And then in the Soul Society arc, Aizen stops Ichigo's sword with one finger, and completely stops Ichigo's theme song. And well, Ichigo does it right back to Aizen in this final battle, and Aizen swings his sword, and Ichigo just catches it with his hand. Ichigo
I
was
can't wait to watch Bleach.
Ichigo was full Black Air
can't
Force
wait to get to
energy in this fight.
Bro, sounds like it. I cannot wait to get to the show.
Like-
to get watching Bleach.
When Ichigo first showed up in his new form, Aizen's like, I don't even sense your power. And Ichigo's like, let's do this somewhere else. I don't want to destroy the town any more than it is. And Aizen's like, what do you mean? There's no need. And then in the middle of Aizen's sentence, all you see is just a hand on Aizen's face. And it's Ichigo's one hand just gripping Aizen's face. And just they launch, and he throws Aizen down at like the sound of speed. Like Aizen's body breaks the sound barrier. Because they use Shunpo or Flash Step, but the way Flash Step is it's like a light speed movement that is so quick that the sound barrier doesn't have enough time to break.
Oh, damn.
But it was such a cool moment seeing Ichigo throw him down, one-handed, one hand throw down, and he just breaks the sound barrier. And then all the other things I said. Ichigo was full Black Air Force energy. And then the coldest moment of all of anime happens in this fight, and that is the Mugetsu scene. So Ichigo uses an attack called Mugetsu. And when he uses it, you just see this strip of black. But there was OST and all this other ambient sound going on. But as soon as he says Mugetsu and drops his sword, like a sword strike, silence. Pure silence. Aizen, you can see Aizen in the scene and he's yelling, but there's no audio, just pure silence. Coldest moment in all of anime, and I've watched a lot of anime.
Yes, you have.
Number 5, Emperor Charles V. Britannia, Lelouch's dad, from Code Geass. Now, was this Lelouch proving his dad wrong? I don't know, because Lelouch went and did the asshole dictator that his dad was. Because Lelouch wasn't really a hero.
Fair.
Lelouch was more of an anti-hero, and his best friend, Sakuzi, was more of the hero.
So kind of like a Naruto Sasuke type thing.
No,
Or-
Sasuke's easier to define because Sasuke goes from junior ninja to villain to hero.
Yeah.
His is more cut and dry. Lelouch is like, what the hell? It's like kind of like Light Yagami.
Okay.
It's like, what?
What the hell's going on?
What are they? Are they anti-hero? Are they just a villain? Like, what are they?
Or they just
The biggest classification they
they're
can
just
put
rolling
in
up doing their own thing.
is the anti-hero. It's kind of like Eren Yeager. If you look at just season 4 Eren Yeager, you would think he's like an anti-hero or a villain. No, you would just think he's like a villain.
But if you watch from
You would-
start to
Yeah, you would think he's a
Yeah.
villain. If you just watch season 1 through 3, you would think, okay, he's like a hero teetering on the lines of anti-hero. But when you watch it all, it's like you get that same question. It's like, what is he?
what's going on? Is he
Yeah.
supposed to be the hero still?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's
Like-
causing mass genocide. That's
like-
not really much of a hero thing.
Granted,
but
the question still doesn't arise until season 4 happens.
yeah.
Number 4, Marley. This is another one. It's just like with Reiner's character. It's hard to put them in a category. Like, in the eyes of Eren and the rest of Paradis, yeah, Marley's a villain. But when you get to like final season part 2, it's like, okay, Marley isn't really a villain anymore.
It's more leaned on Aaron and
Yeah, they're more of
the
like
whole
an
rumbling.
ally to Parody. It's a weird gray area that a lot of these are in. No, 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 no. Cube from Madoka Magica. No, the heroes did not prove you right. You are just no. I can't with this character. This is please. It's only 13 episodes. Please watch Madoka Magica. If you want, I will come over tomorrow at some point and watch it with you.
So, what's it called again?
Madoka Magica. It's on Crunch. It's
Is it on Funimation?
It should. I don't. It should be. It's on Crunchyroll.
So if not, I do have. As I said, I do have access to Crunchyroll, so I can definitely check it out.
It should be on Funimation. I can still look it up to see if it's on here. I don't have a Funimation account anymore.
Okay.
I got rid of it.
Fair.
Now I think I can still watch stuff on Funimation. It's just certain things I can't.
Yeah, some things you need a premium account.
Like I still have an account.
There's
I
some
didn't
stuff you don't need.
delete my account. I can still log into my account. I just will have the free version. And Madoka Magica.
Yeah, you don't have the premium. You have the free.
Yeah, you have to have an account. So 12 episodes are on here. Only 12 episodes. Now that's the problem. I don't think it has episode 13. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see any other ones.
So best bet just to go watch it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I'm double checking on Crunchyroll right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Madoka Magica. Oh, I still gotta watch the other one. The Madoka Magica, the Magica record. There's also 3 movies. The first 2 do like half of the season.
Okay.
The first 2 do the 12 episodes. So it is 12 episodes. Okay. But the third movie is actually post episode 12. Like it's new content. I have yet to see it because I can't find the movie anywhere to stream. I might have to.
It's one of them.
I might have to rent it on YouTube or something. But yeah, so it is 12 episodes. It is on Funimation. And yeah, just at least have it watched before we do the Masterminds episode, and you'll see why. Technically, Cube should be number 1, but our number 1 seed right now may not stay.
Okay.
Because just seeing her name there is kind of a spoiler.
Fair.
Because it doesn't get revealed in the 12 episodes we have of Chainsaw Man yet.
Okay.
Now, I can lend y'all the manga. But I don't know if y'all can actually read
fast
it.
reader. So I'm not that fast of a reader. I've been working on 2 books I bought like 3 years ago.
That's the difference between normal books and manga. Manga's a lot quicker of a read.
Yeah.
Like I just started another last night, and I'm on chapter 7 of 20.
Fair.
Now the thing with these chapters is there's 4 volumes in this, like I said earlier. The chapters are a little bit longer than like a typical shonen chapter like Chainsaw Man's. Chainsaw is a weekly, so the chapters tend to be 16 to 22 pages.
Yeah.
Like Cube. Cube should not even be on this list because Cube was never proven wrong. They tried to prove Cube wrong, and Cube's like, well, it is what it is. You'll just have to deal with it. And it's like, oh my god, Cube.
Fair.
But
So
I will tell you, it is a magical girl show.
okay.
Just push through it. Trust me, it won't stay magical for too long.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm not going to tell you when it stops being magical.
I'll give it.
I will link
Say,
you.
just for you. I will give it a watch.
Yeah. Honestly, when I recommend something and say it's truly worth it, I'm normally not wrong.
It is. Which is fair. I was gonna say, only reason why I haven't been watching too many animes at the moment is because I'm trying to finish this. The One Piece Mountain.
Yeah, once you get caught up on that, you'll see a lot of free
And
time open up to watch.
Alright.
Like
I'm like, oh wow. I can watch like 3 animes right now and get done with them in a week.
right now, I have a binge. Plus, I watch all the weeklies, and I get like, I had 276 animes on my currently watching list. It dropped to like 240 because of all the ones that had their final episodes this week for the weeklies.
Fair.
But
So you're just crossed off and move on to next.
Madoka Magica ending. The ED. I'm gonna link you this song.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Do you use Spotify?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna link it to you from Spotify because I don't want a copyright problem, and I know I have the right song in my Spotify, and I don't know which one is the exact one. But you listen to this song, and like you already know, like it doesn't stay magical for long, so you know it gets dark.
Yeah.
So, and you'll feel that with this song. Like this song, the first time I heard this song while watching the show, I instantly put it in my playlist. And it gave me chills down my spine. And when it randomly comes on, I get chills all over again. But it's such a good song. I just gotta find it. There's so many damn songs on my playlist.
So now I have one too many playlists.
I have like 50 playlists, but I'm almost at... There it is. It's song number 285 in my playlist.
Holy hell.
Now, this is my main, like, everyday playlist. The one that I put on every day. It has a total 553 songs.
So, let me go to my one playlist real quick. This is the one that I typically toss on. It's like, it's currently 125 hours long.
I don't even know how long mine is. I just linked you to song. I gotta go back up to the top of the playlist. This playlist is
So, yeah, let's
30,
go to
31 hours long. Now, if I go to my like songs, I have 2,302 songs in my likes.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't think it gives me a time. It doesn't
So,
give
see,
you a
my thing
time.
is... No. It's just, here's how many songs you like.
Did you see what Tony put in the chat?
Oh, wait, put...
The original screenwriter from the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist also was the screenwriter for Boku no Pico. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, and number two is Akane Shinjo from SSSS Grindman. I haven't even heard of that one. Number 1 is Gendo Iwaki from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and that one definitely deserves to be number 1. Gendo is on the list of worst fathers in anime, along the sides of Sho Tucker. I'm trying to think of other ones that you would know. I guess Dragon.
I was gonna say Dragon's quite a bad father. I guess we could say Goku.
Yeah, Goku's definitely on the bad parent list.
Vegeta. And if you just say the two Saiyans.
I mean, Vegeta's better than Goku.
And that is fair.
Like, he's definitely way better than Goku, because at least, like, when it comes to, like, training his son, he's the one who trains him, too. Like, he doesn't leave it up to Piccolo.
Yeah.
He technically died on Trunks during the Buu saga, but he came back a lot quicker than Goku did.
Yeah.
Took Goku seven years to come back.
One thing that I've never really thought of until right now is, who the hell trains Goten?
Piccolo, just like how Pan gets trained by Piccolo.
Oh.
And
okay, so literally
I would say make sure
trained by
Piccolo and Vegeta, because Goten did go over
Trunks
a lot.
Which is fair.
10 best ninja
Check it out.
anime ranked. Now, where do you think Naruto's going to land on this list?
Depending on how biased the person is who made this list, he could be number 1 or number 10.
Now, I would say, as a person who, when does rankings and stuff, I try to be as non-biased as possible, unless it's like my own personal opinion ranking. When it comes to like the best ninja anime, I don't know too many that are strictly just ninja. So I would have to say probably mid-range, like around 5 is where I would put Naruto.
Fair.
Let's go into this. Number 10, Sengoku Basara. Yeah, I haven't heard of this one. It's based off a video game developed by Capcom.
Ooh.
Okay. Number 9, Basilisk. Another one I don't know. Number 8, Shinobi no Itoki. It's another one I don't know. It's a newer one too. It's only from last year.
Fair. Gotta find some new anime to watch just from the list.
Katana Nagiri is another one I do not know. Brave 10 is one I've heard of, but I've never seen it. Number 5, Seren Kagura. Another one I have no clue about. Number 4,
waiting for it. It's gonna be number 1.
Flame of Rekka. Number 3, King and Nabari. I've never heard of any. I've only heard of one of these so far. Number 2, Ninja Scroll. Now this one should be number 1. I haven't watched it, but I know enough about it. This one should be number 1.
Fair.
And it's mainly on the fact that it falls more in line with seinen, and I'm a sucker for seinen. Hey, look, Eminence and Shadow.
I'm just gonna... Wait, the Eminence and Shadows.
It came up as a high dive ad.
Uh,
And yeah, number 1 is Naruto. Oh,
can't say I'm surprised.
okay. We're going into this next list.
Okay.
The best seinen anime. Now this is going to include Monster, Tokyo Ghoul, Vinland Saga, Berserk, Hellsing. Grand Blue Dreaming from 2018. I've never heard of this one. Also, Perfect Blue is another one. Which I was asking, I was talking to Josh in private chat about Tengoku, and he was saying like he was asking if there's any like X-rated stuff in it, like how Berserk had the 2 scenes with Griffith, one with the princess, one with Casca.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't really. It's yes and no, but when it comes to like X-rated, like X-rated, there's nothing like that. And I asked him like,
It's pretty much like
how
minor
did
fan
you deal?
service.
How did you deal with not? So no, because Tengoku I would say is probably a seinen.
Okay.
So it's not like there's actually like no fan service in Tengoku.
Fair.
I was like, how did you do with Berserk? Because I know there's 2 scenes, and he said he just skipped it, and I'm like, the second time when it's with Casca is very important to the story. Like it's a huge plot point for Guts' character. And I was like, and then he mentioned y'all started Cyberpunk and turned it off after the first episode because it had that one scene in it.
Oh, I can't remember if it was like the first episode.
It's the
or-
first episode.
I
It's
can't
the
remember.
First.
I
I know for a fact it's the first. Because that's the only time that happens.
I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. I'm still intrigued by going to go watch it because I loved playing Cyberpunk the game.
It got
So I'm
Tony.
kind of intrigued at the anime.
It got Tony to buy the game.
I was gonna say I played the game multiple times. I beat it multiple times. The anime looks really good since it takes place within that world.
Yeah, it's several years before the start of the story in the game. It's like 2075, I think, is the year. But you can get David's. You can get David's jacket
In the game.
Yeah, but it's only that one time in Cyberpunk that happens. And I like asked him like, why y'all skip it, and he's just like, I have to, and I'm just like, huh? Like I can understand if you don't like, if you get uncomfortable with that type of stuff, but like just saying I have to.
I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna say, it's kind of like a, sometimes we're like sitting here with our girlfriends and it's like we're walking, and then that pops up. You're just looking at us. Excuse me.
See, I can understand if it's something that, like, oh, it's just fancy, like High School DD.
Yeah.
Like, if it's something like that, I can understand. But if it's something that's, like, integral to the plot, like, even the time when Griffith does it the first time with the princess in Berserk, that's still pretty integral to the plot because it just shows how much his mental state shattered from Guts leaving.
Yeah.
And I can't really go in, like I told him about Tengoku, like I can't really explain like the scope of the stuff in Tengoku because just explaining it slightly and trying to be like distant with it, like it won't work. Like I even said, like I can't put this into words. And then I realized, like, oh, then y'all won't like Perfect Blue at all because there's a huge R scene in there. Now, granted,
Fair.
she's an actor, and it's part of the script of the movie they're filming. But then she also does modeling, and one of the modeling shoots she's with is with an adult magazine.
Fair.
Granted, it could be taken as fan service, but it's part of her career. So
it's integral to the storyline, essentially.
Like you could skip the whole modeling scene when she's doing the nude modeling. You can skip when they're actually taking the pictures and all that. But you can't skip all of it because the tail end of it is integral to the plot of the movie. I'm trying to think of any others that have like integral moments like that, and there's not many. Yeah, there's not many I can think of that have like moments like that that are truly integral, other than just being fan service. Because you won't get fan service moments like the stuff that happens in Berserk, because that's just hentai at that point. If it's fan service with that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the Vinland Saga, technically it does, but it's heavily censored. That stuff compared to the manga. There is a part that's later on in Berserk. It's in the Berserk 2016-2017 Berserks. Yeah, the anime goes over this part. It's a lot. They try to censor it. They do censor it pretty well. Compared to the manga, it's censored pretty well. Now, compared to y'all's standards, it's nowhere near censored well. But it's integral because it shows the strife that these people are in because of the way the kingdoms are ran, and shows the lengths that they'll go to, because like there's a representation of the Catholic Church, and it shows the length these people go to like get away from the Catholic Church, and it's taken as witchery and satanic themes and stuff, and it's pretty gruesome. They offer Casca soup, but the soup is made up of human entrails, and an eyeball pops up in the bowl.
Fair enough.
No, she doesn't take Casca there.
That's
The
like
chick takes the guy who likes her there. Yeah. Oh my god.
gruesome stuff. I like.
Twitch is going nutty right now because Twitch is now stating I'm offline again. Yet OBS has not.
I was
said
say
anything.
yeah. I was just.
I apologize for all the
I've been
technical
having like little
difficulties
issues
today. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Hopefully, it's not like this tomorrow. I'll put out a tweet apologizing for the technical difficulties and saying how if you want to see the rest of the wormhole, see it uninterrupted, it will be on YouTube Monday. Once the stream comes back up on Twitch on my end, which it says it's up, but the time session's running. I have no visuals though. Okay, I have visuals again. So, to people watching on Twitch, if you want to see this not interrupted without any of these technical difficulties, it will be uploaded on YouTube on Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do apologize again. I don't know why it's doing this. OBS updated today too. So I don't know what's going on.
That could be a possibility there.
I might have to restart my computer. I do know I got to take it down for cleaning. And initial D is not a seinen. So I'm just going to skip that. You're Under Arrest. Never heard of that one. Planets. Never heard of that. Blue Gender. Now, this is one of the honorable mentions from Cope. And...
Yeah.
I think the only way to watch it right now is to buy it on Amazon Prime Video. You have to buy it. It's the only way to watch it right now. Tokyo Ghoul. Now, it's not... The first season, yes. If they give us...
That's what I've heard.
If they give us a remake of it, actually going through the story correctly, I could see it being put on this list. But right now, no. Bungo Stray Dogs. I did not know that was a seinen. Which that's going to be my next binge after Masamune. Because the second season of Masamune is about to start. So I'm going to get that binged up. And then, because the second season of that starts before the 5th season of Bungo. 5th season of Bungo starts July 12th. The second season of Masamune starts July 3rd. So I'm going to binge Masamune and then go into binging Bungo. Hopefully I can get caught up through season 4 of Bungo before season 5 starts. Gangsta. I've heard nothing but good things about Gangsta. I still need to watch that one. Dorohedoro. I've heard nothing but good things of this one as well. I think this is on Netflix. Or is that Dororo? Either Dorohedoro or Dororo is the one on Netflix, and Durarara is across like all the platforms.
Yeah.
XXX Holic, which is another one I need to watch. I don't know what this is on though to watch.
I think I've seen it on Funimation.
So
I'm not sure.
It should be on Crunchyroll then. Okay.
Yeah.
Run with the Wind. I never heard. It's done by Sentai, so it means it's got decent animation. Rainbow. I've never heard of that one. I've heard of Rainbow Days, which is a yaoi. Parasite the Maximum. Now this is a good one. I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting till after I finish reading it, and I'm collecting the new. Where is it?
The new set.
The new set that they're releasing because they're hardcovers, and they're doing it in 8 volumes instead of 10. And another cool thing about them too is they are full color. So hardcover, full color, and the spines will spell out Parasite once they're all out. Each spine has a letter.
Fair. That's really cool.
Elfen Lied. Now this one, for y'all, this one I know, I haven't watched it yet. I know it has a lot of like nudity in that aspect. But I don't know like the premise of it because I haven't actually seen it. Okay, why this list makes no sense now. It makes no sense because they have Kaguya here.
And we're stream froze up again.
I will be right back. We're going to go on a short break. I will be... hopefully it won't take long. But you can have this cement in your head how a Shonen Jump series is on a best seinen list.
It's just like good.
And we will be right back. All right, and we are back from break. And Sage is gone. It looks like I am by myself right now. Ooh. So it looks like Sage's power went out, so we are probably going to wrap up the stream. check something real quick. So we're going to continue this intermission for right now until I can see what's going to happen.
Keep her aside when I'm scheming, yeah. Look him in the eyes when he's bleeding, yeah. Happy in disguise when I'm bleeding. Harmy's allegiance, facing my demons, yeah. I can never die when I'm peaking, yeah. Let a body die, he be screaming, yeah. I gotta decide my allegiance, broken a beating, face facing my demons. Keep it on the side when I'm scheming. I've been trapped in this cycle. Look him in the eyes when he's bleeding. I've been losing my mind. I can never die when I'm peaking. I don't mean to be shy. Let somebody die, he be screaming. I'm one of a kind. Maybe I feel like a villain. They say I'm all for one. For clip, but I don't need no medal. Love father, so why she should mutant these sons? I'm leaving states with the killing. New season, there's more to come. Take this as part of the pain that I'm bringing. A god of this new one, my time has begun. I'm gonna bring the lead on a death note. Sell games, so our body gonna explode. Kick him in the nuts, turn a falsetto. Now they're giving up, crocodile, how I let go. You ever said so? Coming from the dead zone. Striking my opponents, take them down like Nintendo. Like a Richard Murray, not a snake, but I get close. Fuck a Tory and bring him my manifesto. Joker's a cubby, I take you to church. Hat like I'm Griffith, I'm making berserk. Freezer, I'm treating these vermin like dirt. Sakuna, you know I'm the king of the curse. Put in the work, I'm evolving like Marians. I'll just to summon my own brothers. Look what I learn, I create new ideas and I mix it together like Show Tucker.
I've been trapped in this cycle.
Alright,
I've been losing my mind.
I am back. So there was a power issue with Sage, so he is not going to be rejoining us. I gotta put this in front of you. Come on. There we go. So what we're gonna do is we're going to run through the rest of this list, just me. Run through the rest of this, and then we're gonna call it there. So Kaguya-sama being on this list makes no sense because this is a shonen. This is not even a seinen. It is even published in Shonen Jump magazine. As we go down, Space Brothers. I have seen something about this. Didn't know this was a. See, it appeals to fans of all ages, so this is a shonen as well, not a seinen. Ping Pong the Animation. Now, Black Lagoon. This is a good one. Revy is one of the best characters, and is the best character in the show. So I didn't really know Black Lagoon was a seinen, but it kind of makes sense with some of the thematics that are in this. March Comes Like a Lion. I don't know what this is about. Oh, okay, so there's a tale of growth and humanity even in the face of depression. Okay, so it's like a slice of life type of. Hellsing Ultimate definitely deserves to be here. It is insanely good. Studio Madhouse did a great job on this. Land of the Lusterious. What the hell is that image? Y'all seen this image? What is this? I don't know what to make of this image. I don't. Blade of the Immortal. I've heard of this one. I have not watched it yet. Now this one I've heard nothing but good things. I still have to watch this. This is actually in my list to watch very shortly. I don't even know the thematics. I'm going to keep it like that because I want to go into that blind. This, I did not know this was a seinen, but nonetheless, it definitely deserves to be on a best list. The thematics of the show, with him going back in time to save the people that he's lost, is insane. The whole framing of his mother, insane. The storytelling of this show is top tier. One Punch Man is not a seinen. Vinland Saga. This is in my top 3 favorite seinens right now. This, Berserk, and Hellsing are like my top 3 seinens. Monster might push it off, and same with Boys Abyss. Do I have any other seinens that are of worthy mention? I don't think I do. But Vinland Saga is definitely top tier. First season was goated. Second season, I love the way they delve into the thematics and the mental state of everything. Top tier. Ghost in the Shell, I still need to watch all the different versions of that. Monster definitely deserves to be on a best list. The thematics of this are, you really can't top it. And they don't even list Berserk on here at all. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the end of that list. And since I have no update on... Oh, I actually have Discord messages. So apparently Sage was giving his apologies, which aren't warranted. You can't control a power outage. You can't control a power outage. But with that said, I'm gonna cut it here. We're over 2 hours on the recording. Once again, I do apologize for all the technical difficulties. I'll try to get that fixed before tomorrow's madness, being the best femboys. I'll be making the bracket here shortly after I go off air. If you want to see the uninterrupted, it will be on YouTube on Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we don't have a theme for next week's Wormhole yet. We'll probably figure it out during tomorrow's stream. If you need any energy or hydration, check out Rogue Energy. Use the code TheMadness5 at checkout. You get yourself 5% off your order. And remember, as Kush would always say, stay humble, get rumbled. And I will catch y'all tomorrow for Best Femboy.